Good evening, Julian McBain here, and we are back with We Happy Few. So, it's been a hot minute since I've played. I'm trying to remember. I think we're on our way to see Sally now. So we got to Hayworth Lab. Yep. Okay, we got through Hayworth Labs. We escaped it, which was a piece of work. And now we're going to give Sally the cod liver oil. Hopefully, Arthur keeps his tongue and doesn't say something stupid. Whoa. Oh, progress toward the end of this particular objective. Okay. Was not a lot of pieces to it. But before we do that, we have 6 notes that I did not read last time because we were almost an hour in, or over an hour in. We're going to start with test of A329 to Dr. Verloc from Ronald Norrish, test of A329. We have had mixed results with our first test of A329. The subject, Vanessa Tinkerbell, came to us presenting Downer syndromes of melancholy and unpleasant memories. We are pleased to report this is no longer the case. There have been side effects, however. Tinkerbell was formerly one of the village's foremost intellectuals. She now has difficulty with basic cognitive functions and exhibits obsessive behaviors. For example, she runs around her cell clapping her hands and seems to believe she can fly. Recommendation: further research on A329 required. At a minimum, it should only be used on the most severe Downer cases. A12 formula. Darling, I took a peek at your new A12 formula as you had asked. So brill of you to look for a permanent solution given the shortages of supplies. Your plan to jam people's emotions on happy is quite daring. However, I have some teeny tiny concerns. A12 would be a bit like a lobotomy, wouldn't it? A patient would lose melancholy, but also many higher brain functions. Yes, I know you'll say I sound like Harry Haworth with his brain talk, but do bear with me. You already complain of this town full of blithering idiots. Do you really want to reduce everyone to the intelligence of a gerbil? Just thought. Love, Miss Boyle. Research to General Bing from Harry Hayworth. General, I must inform you that despite the initial success of our Joy program, our supplies of the necessary ingredients will run out. Not necessarily soon, but sooner or later. At least unless this political situation changes and we can once again import them. May I suggest we begin a secondary line of research? I've read some intriguing phrenology studies that suggest that the true source of happiness lies in physical manipulation of the brain. Perhaps we should use the breather we've given ourselves to pursue an electronic approach. Please advise. Chemical answer to Dr. Harry Hayworth from General Bing. Dear Sir, as you know, our citizens have become dispirited due to some unfortunate incidents during the war. I believe your laboratory could be of service in restoring morale. On examining the German camp, we discovered that German soldiers were given fatigue pills that contain amphetamines and opioids, which contributed greatly to their esprit de corps. Turns out that's how their men were able to punch through our lines again and again. We were wondering how it was they never seemed to sleep. I believe the answer to our problems may be chemical. I believe you might be the hero we need now. I am aware that this will inconvenience your own research, but as the great Napoleon fighter said, England expects that every man do his duty. Chemistry questions. Dear Dr. Verloc, thank you so much for showing me your laboratory when I visited with Mr. Adams. As you can imagine, it was very exciting for a girl from a small chemist shop. I myself have been training to become a chemist and have learned pretty much everything Mr. Adams has to teach me. I wonder if I might come by your laboratory sometime to ask you about some more advanced chemistry questions. It would be such a privilege to learn from a really advanced scientist. Sincerely, Sally Boyle. New secretary recommendations. To the new secretary. I hope you have better success in this job than I did. You should know that Dr. B is most insistent that all traces of a certain woman be expunged from the laboratory. If you ask me, she who must not be named was the brains behind this whole operation. It hasn't been the same since she left. Dr. B will ask you for information that is in her notes, but you can't give him one of her notes. Oh no, else you'll be sacked like me. I've hidden her papers in the storage room and the computer room, which used to be her office, so you can get them without his knowing. It's complicated, but I'm sure you'll manage. Good luck. Betty. P.S. Dr. V also gets his knickers in a knot if you nip some of his good scotch. Just a word to the wise. Okay. So we have 8 skill points, but not many 8 skill point things to buy. So we've got Bloody Hell, make them bleed more often. That could be useful if we're in a combat situation, but I don't really use stabby weapons anymore since I got the hammer. But I do have the not-so-jolly brawly that works really well. We could get ear to the ground, which will make us a lot more quiet, and that would lead into tech-friendly, which will allow us to avoid spankers, peepers, and jugulators. OU will let us get backstabber and look over there. Do we have the tall enemy perk yet? Which one's the tall enemy perk? Body Snatcher, Sneak Thief. Pet friendly. Maybe we already have it. Big game hunter. Oh, this is big. It costs 12. So I think I want this one so we can take out the bobbies without having to fight them. And the doctors for that matter. So I think we'll save those points for now. Okay, so before we go, let's check our inventory. You know what? We'll just do this. To inventory. All crafting items. There we go. Okay, so I don't really care about all this. Let's just hit all, and if we need to, we'll drop this. We'll keep the boiler suit on us. We don't know when that will come in handy. We don't really need the upgrade kit on us. We don't need the lead pipe on us. The winning argument. Really quite effective at convincing people, especially to lie down. Slow with ample reach, this makeshift weapon does major damage on impact. Oh, this is that hammer. That's right. Damage is pretty good. How does it stack up against the hammer we've been using? So damage is here. I'm going to kind of mark it with my thumb, so if you wonder what the hell I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. Oh, but I'm in the wrong spot. Crap. Okay, we'll have to do this. So, oh wow. Oh, that does a lot more damage and takes less effort, and it's faster. Yep, that's the new one. This is a quest item, so it doesn't weigh anything, but this will make us a lot more effective in combat, and that's my concern. Okay, so now we can go back into our inventory. Maybe it's time we just kind of store the not so jolly brawly. We've got a couple of... Oh. We've got a couple of good weapons. And it's 3 pounds. So I'm going to store that for now. If this is taking damage, then we will change that up. I'm going to store the other gas mask. If it looks like we're going to start needing it, I'll definitely rotate it back in, but we don't need that. And we'll keep the shock grenade. We'll keep the bigger banger. I like to have short spikes on us. The bangers are useful. I guess we don't need the yams. We've got food. Scotch can go. I don't see us bribing any bobbies anytime soon. We're down to 13 canteens. That's a little concerning. But I think we'll make it do. Got some food here. The antiseptic bandages. We can store the apples. And that's pretty much it. Okay, that works. We're down to 74 pounds. Look at that. So much faster. Alright, let's go see Sally. I should probably remove our gas mask before people get kind of pissy with us. There we go. Which way to, Sally? That way. Why are there two markers? One's over here. Give Sally a toddler for a while. Where's the other one? I don't know. I'm so confused. We'll go this way. It's over here somewhere. It's got to be a false one. Maybe it's deliberately there to mislead me. The hell is this?
Good to know that people are safe in their own homes.
Are you waiting for someone?
The butcher's boy. He's a bit slow, but he's usually right on the dot.
Do you know where he might be?
I haven't seen him all day. But Fanny might know. She was planning a festive meal, I think. Probably out shopping, I'd imagine. She's quite the cook, you know.
Okay. So now we gotta find Ed, but we're gonna do that here in a little bit. Let's get some water real quick. Foodstuffs, and that's a canteen. That's water. We'll find him later. Sally is really our top priority right at the moment. I need to make sure we're heading the right way. No, we most certainly are not. You know what? I don't think that my thing is functioning very well, so we are going to use a custom waypoint. Oh, there we go.
I'm happy to report the graduation of
People jumping in puddles. She's obviously taking her joy. Just gotta figure out how to get to that other segment of the island.
wondering why so many shops are closed. There's nothing to worry about at all.
Who knows why all this shit's going wrong? Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it, it's all good. It's not like the whole world is falling apart or anything.
You take your joy immediately.
That was close. See, this is kind of what stumps me about this whole situation. Uh-oh. Just kind of sneak by. Kind of surprised he didn't catch on to us. That's okay though. I'm not gonna bitch. Little old ladies, bobbies everywhere. I wonder if you get like leg extensions when you become a bobby. Have you noticed all the bobbies are really stinking tall? It's like, welcome to the Force. Here's your uniform and your leg extensions.
And any shield supplies that you may have.
And if you're going to be a doctor, we're going to give you an implant in your nose.
House. He was the hero of Ramsgate, wasn't he?
So I says, thanks.
Did you change the door codes?
No.
Never mind. You probably don't know how.
Are you guessing him his porridge?
No, I'm turning the alarm system back on, which someone left off. You want some downer to walk in and take all our reserves?
Why don't you tell the whole bloody neighbourhood we've got reserves?
Oh, yes. You must tell me about your wonderful reserves.
Really?
I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time.
Reserves, have
Tomorrow
they?
for more timely, informative, and cheery news of Wellington Wells. This is Jack Worthing saying goodbye.
Okay.
On with your day.
Well, generally speaking,
Hope they attack before I get too much on. My back is killing me.
I would have just continued, but when the perfect opportunity to rob a place presents itself, I don't take that pie.
Don't worry, I turned the alarm back on. It's your turn, you know.
He's your dad.
That's hardly my fault, is it? I made the porridge. The least you can do is bring it up to him.
It wasn't my idea for him to live with us.
As I recall, you wanted him to move out.
It was the decent thing for him to do. Make way for the new generation.
How can they talk about him like that? Was a war hero in 2 wars. But they didn't even fight. What lovely people. Remind me never to have kids. Well,
Oh.
it's not terribly likely anyway, is it?
Not in this case, Arthur. Okay, I think I want to come back here at night, so what we're going to do is we're going to mark this place. And we're going to come back here at night. It's only 1:16 p.m. I don't want to raise too many alarms. Meantime, Sally's is this way, and not too far from here. So let's, come on, there we go. You know what the problem is? This is the problem. There we go. So let's go and see Sally. And then when it's nighttime, we're going to come back to that place because I think that's going to be very interesting. Anything back here worth noting? Cloth scrap. Another ventilation shaft to climb up. Oh, I still can't get in this way? But there's a Bobby there. Oh, that's right, we have to go in the side way. Forgot about this. Do I have to? I think it's this one. Could be wrong. Probably am. No, you got me where I needed to go. There we go, Sally's fine.
Getting me killed, she better have my bloody letter of transit.
So? Sally? Salamander?
If she's not here, I swear to God I'll kill her.
Hi.
I got it. Your precious cod liver oil.
Oh, you're a lifesaver.
It's a bloody souvenir.
God, it's awful.
Have you got my letter of transit then?
Arthur, we're practically the only two people in this entire city not stoned out of our minds on joy. How are you holding up?
What do you care?
How are you going to get out?
Why won't you just give me the fucking letter of transit? Oh, it's always what you want. Always what you need. Every little Sally whim. Bloody cod liver oil.
Do you really think I'm that awful?
What, just because you fucked my dad while you were living in our house, in my mum's bed?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Look, I don't hate you. In the strangest way, you're completely innocent. You're practically the only one I know who is.
It's on the dresser there.
Are you going to be okay? I could take you with me.
Really?
We have to go now. The joy's gone bad. It's going crazy out
I
there.
can't go right now.
Why? Oh, God. No.
It's not simple.
It never is.
We'll have to wait till dawn.
No, that's crazy. I can't. Oh, you shouldn't have asked for that ridiculous cod liver oil.
Look, there's something I haven't been entirely straight with you about.
It's just self-preservation, Sally. No hard feelings. Do you think she really meant it? The kiss and all? What if I went back and said, yes, I'll take you, and they lived happily ever after? No! A girl like that shipwrecks, and the next day she's drinking margaritas under palm trees and you'll suffer for shocks. That is it. Never again.
Whoa. So, we had a couple revelations in that one. Holy buckets. So, apparently Sally slept with Arthur's father. But I don't know the whole situation. I mean, obviously there's some definite things going on here, but was it? I mean, there's a lot of questions. So, let's look at the two things here. So, I'm an awful person, but what should I have done? Should I have turned around and said, yes, I will, yes, come with me, we'll go at dawn, whatever you say? I always used to wonder if I'd run out the door after her that day, what would have happened to us? Would we still be friends, or was the magic all in my head? Oh, my kidding, 16-year-old me never would have had the courage to leave home. And here I am running out the door when she wants to come with, not entirely unlike what I did to Percy. I wonder what lies I'll tell myself about her later. Am I really doing this for Percy? Is that just another convenient lie? Because I needed a reason to go off Joy? And he was the only one I could come up with? What if she is utterly sincere? What if she honestly does want me and love me and needs me? Do I have utterly no faith left in anyone? And she'd survive and I get killed? A girl like her shipwrecks and the next day she's drinking margaritas under palm leaves. Truly, yours truly is shark bait. I can't. I just can't. Sorry. Letter of transit. You are allowed to cross to the parade district. And now we can take down bobbies and doctors. Oh boy. Okay, so now we need to cross the bridge into the parade, but we're really not ready to do that quite yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to our nearby track access hatch, or the shelter. And we're going to sleep until nighttime, and then we're going to come up here, and we're going to... Actually, you know what? I wonder... Screw it. We're just going to go and do the old soldier's quest. When I end up in combat, we can test out our new weapon. Oh, shoot. That's a doctor. Let's go into this back alley and see if he follows. Oh, he gave up. Okay, that's cool. I'm a little disappointed. Oh, bugger. where is Jan? Should be down this way, I think. It's like the only house that actually has a yard. There we go. Not much of a yard, but an existing yard, you know what I mean? Okay. We're breaking in. There's a human there, that is barred. We can't sneak around. Take the sugar. See what we can take. Gotta talk to Colonel Lawrence. Oh! It conveniently opens the doors for us when we are in need. Oh, hi.
What are you doing in my house?
This isn't your house?
They did it! I know they did!
Deny it.
You won't get away with this!
I won't let you bring me down. God.
Ouch.
Black dog.
Retreat.
Ow!
We're gonna take him out here.
We just want to make you feel better.
Okay.
Who are you?
Sorry.
That didn't take much. This is like so much more powerful. A coffin. Holy balls, that's a lot.
Don't mind me. Just having a bit of a sit down.
Are there any books on here that I can grab? No, no. Of course not.
I'm going to make officer, and you'll see.
Wait, no, 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 no. I didn't want to sit down. I was searching the stupid plant. Oh, I can hide in the plant. For the ceremony, I'll steal that. That'll be a note for later. Let's rob this place blind while we're here. Whoa, no, let's not trigger the frickin' alarm. Oh, someone's noticed our presence.
What do you want?
Holy
Now
buckets,
we see the violence inherent in the system.
one-shot kill? Oh, look, a power cell. A wheelchair. That's the front door. Take all that. I'm not going to trigger the bloody alarm. No, and I don't want to do that either. I just, like, murdered this whole guy's family for no reason except... hope he wants attention. You know, there's supposed to be an alarm, but I notice it's not going off. Nothing really worthwhile. You can hide in the shower. Is there another floor? There he is.
You're not Regina, and you're not my son-in-law. And he hasn't the stones to have me drowned in a cask of Malmsey. So you're a burglar.
I'm from the city. We're, tracking a problem in the motor lead pipes.
You're a rotten liar. The city stopped taking care of the pipes years ago.
I notice you're not screaming for help, though, sir.
Have you met my daughter? Frankly, I'd rather give my stuff to a burglar. They don't tell you how rotten they can turn out. I trained grown men to make their beds and run into machine guns. Kids will break your heart every goddamn day.
Thanks for the warning, sir.
Does your father know what sort of lad you are?
I'm afraid he may have suspected, sir.
So you've got regrets. Good. Kids downstairs, anytime they start to regret, they pop a joy. Look, take whatever you want. But my brother Edward, haven't seen much of each other these past few years. I'd appreciate it if you'd go tell him I'm sorry. He'll know what it means. He's on Monmouth Road, number 22. Used to be the most wonderful cheese shop on the corner.
I'll be sure to pass along the message, sir.
The wife thinks we entertain girls all day long here. Oh, I wish we did.
Okay, I can't search Thomas's footlocker, which is fine. I don't care about the bandages. I'll leave the banger. I've got plenty. I don't need the empty power cell.
If I polish my boots one more time, I'm gonna end up with sandals.
What's in the bucket? Oh, nothing. I'll let him be. I'll take the screws as my payment. Of course, I won't tell him that I, murdered his whole family, but I think at this point he doesn't really give a shit. Honor
Leave
McLear.
that alone, would you?
Okay, let's, But there were no traps.
Have I shown you the picture of... I have.
Got the grapefruit juice. And away we
Gives you
go.
a sense of purpose.
Oh, it's frickin' jammed. Of course it is. Bon voyage time. Seriously? They have like a whole room set up for when he dies.
To itch.
I no longer feel guilty about killing his family. They were all assholes. Ned McLear, Regina McLear, deceased. Ed McLear, deceased. Oh, part of me feels guilty, but he didn't like his family very much anyway, so you know what? I'm good with that. Okay, so we're about to cross into the parade, so let's do something here. Old soldiers here on St. George's Hall. Reunite the old soldiers. So let's make this our primary. We can always go back to working on the story after.
Is that yours?
So where is this quest taking us? Oh, it's not even that far away. At this point, I expected it to be like halfway across the frickin' map, or for him to be a downer or some shit like that. Next one. Oh, of course there would be one of those nearby. That's okay, I can turn down here. Danger, wear your gas mask.
You are not authorized. Please clear the area immediately.
I'm clearing. That is like the most bizarre thing.
Hello? Hello? Captain Lawrence? I've got a message for you, sir. Captain Lawrence, sir?
Avoiding the evil. Let's have a yam. What? I dropped the yam. I wanted to eat the yam. What? It gave me additional stamina. I am what I am. Okay, the little blimp thing appears to no longer be pissed off at me. Is this it? Nope, this is it. Disconnection warning. What? It's a doctor. Ouch. Crap. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this could be bad. This was totally unexpected. Okay, I'm no longer dying. That's the end of our regular healing run. Let's try to avoid avoid.
Stop being
Christ. We're just gonna kind of hide here and take them as they come. I don't want to murder anyone else, which is really strange considering I kind of went out of my way to massacre people prior. Okay, everyone's forgotten about me. Jeez. Stupid blimps and doctors and shit.
I used to get food from across the bridge. There must be people out there.
A war hero lives here, disconnection notice. I mean, I could pick the lock, but that doesn't seem very advisable. And I'm trespassing. Slice of pie. No. More yams. Let's rob this guy blind. It's good bread. We can even take the bleeding frying pan. No. Honey! Pure water? Oh, that's fried.
That's not a good sign.
Oh, he's dead.
Blimey. A dog. They were fighting over a dog.
Flash. Now I'll leave the truncheon. Guess the question is, why did he die? I mean, obviously the bookcase fell on him, but what was he doing? Early bird. Sleep gives slightly more health. I'll take it. This is like depressed. Like this whole game is doing a good job at depressing me. Not because it's bad. It's actually fantastic. But because I can just imagine what could bring about a future like this, and it's seriously depressing. Like, it should be depressing. No one should want this. I know that this game has its criticisms, but they did a really good job with it. Okay, so now, is there a way for us to, like, not have to deal with that stupid... I'll have to go, like, around this way. So, no running, no running. Hey, Bobby.
What's the rush? You won't get away. Where did you go?
Oy vey. It wasn't even intentional. My finger leaned on the button unintentionally. But if it comes down to it, I'll just kill them all. There we go.
You know, I'm so delighted I can so easily help a listener. And here we are. Yes, I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time. Tune in again tomorrow for more advice.
You know, I want to know more about Uncle Jack. What is the deal with Uncle Jack? I'm serious. What is the deal with Uncle Jack?
This jubilator is experiencing an alternative functioning episode. Please return it to its home port immediately.
An alternative functioning episode. That's an interesting way to put it. Is this? Oh, this is the... Yeah, this is the other shaft. Sally. Arthur... I don't know. considering your history together, I can't say that I necessarily blame you, but at the same time, you can't afford not to have friends in this situation, and she was really the only one you had, and you kind of blew it 3 times in a row. And I get it. I get why you did it. But sometimes needs is as needs must. And no, maybe she wouldn't have been a wife or a girlfriend or anything like that. But at least the two of you could have helped each other get out.
Your brother. I'm afraid I've been to his house.
So I was too late. How?
An accident. With a bookcase.
Ah, shit. Shit. What's the use? I meant to talk to him sooner. I wrote him so many letters. Maybe I should have sent them.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
I don't suppose you found a footlocker there?
A footlocker? No.
I left a footlocker in his house. I'd rather you have it.
That's very kind of you. Where is it?
Regret. It's what makes us human, son. Don't forget that.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
And he just dies.
Well, I think this might fit, actually. I'd need the trousers.
Wait, I got trousers? Oh. Okay. What's our time at this point? Okay, so we gotta find the lost footlocker. Can't be that far away. He's dead, and yet he's still ringing the damn bell. This is a fairly typical quest. Go here, go over here, there. Go here, come back. Go there, come back. It's always the same. But I want to get this kind of cleaned up. Because once we're in the parade, we're pretty much at the PNR for the whole game. And I know that there's 2 other characters you can play as. I don't know if they're optional or if it's the whole story. I mean, this game has a lot more depth than I originally gave it credit for, because, you know, in the beta it was all go here, do this, do that, but you really didn't have a whole lot of story to work with. In this, it's very in-depth, and it's wow. You know, I've definitely heard some criticisms of it, but no, they did a good job with this. We're gonna come across the other soldiers. Oops, sorry, Bobby. Now, why doesn't it like have any sort of a quest marker here? And does this quest give us anything afterward? Yeah, 5 skill points and an item.
There's supposed to be a footlocker somewhere around here.
So now we gotta look for the loot. The loot. Kinda like Ludius, except not. Take all the things. The desk doesn't have anything. Footlockers, huh? Is there like a stairwell? I don't think this apartment had a 2nd floor.
The thanks of a grateful nation.
Nothing, 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 nothing. It's a single-story tenement. There's supposed to be a bleeding footlocker. I love how the doors can open either way. Because that makes sense. Let's search him. We'll let that go. So that's the safe. I don't need the truncheon. We need to find a footlocker, and there's no stairs. Shut that damn thing
This house
off.
has an attic. But how'd you get into it?
Oh. If I had to get, there's a plant there. Oh my god. If I had to guess, it would have something to do with this dead Turing security. Oh my god. Security box.
Gotta drop some stuff off. So it's gonna be tedious.
Where the hell did you spawn from, you idiot?
Just lie down.
Lock that. Oh. Wait a second. Bookshelves. So we need to locate where. Oh, and I'm overburdened. Hang on. Let's go in here and just kind of dump some shit. We do not need a whole bunch of shovels. We don't need this shitty lead pipe or either of these cricket bats. What? What? Are you kidding me? Duct tape. Ah! Missed the tripwire until it was too late. God damn. Grab the power cell. Take the first aid kit too. Jesus, a freaking banger trap. Scotch and all
can
the
join the army as an officer, no less.
There we go. Quest complete. Okay, let's get to a resting point. Oh my god. Oh. Just get out of here. Where's a place to? Okay, so that was interesting. The guy and his brother had an argument over a dog. Apparently, I think there's a letter about it. We've got 3 notes that we'll read once we get back to the safe house. And then the thing with Sally,
Being able to scrape a salad off the
I don't know how to process that. Sleeping with Arthur's father.
You're acting strangely.
My brain almost exploded at that point. You know, you slept with my dad in my mom's bed. I mean, how do you process that? Okay, so let's read these notes and then we're gonna take a break. Down we go. This for the ceremony. Funeral notes for apprentice undertaker. Please take extra care with seating arrangements. All of the deceased's relatives insist that they be seated in the front row so as to ensure that the deceased is not buried with anything of material value. Ashes to ashes, his daughter Regina says. And the Bible doesn't say anything about being buried with gold watches. However, most of family members are not speaking to one another and refuse to be seated together. You must manage somehow. Perhaps arrange the chairs in a large circle with plenty of space in between so that everyone can feel he is in the front row. Important, on no account is the deceased's brother's Edward to be allowed at the funeral. Edward Lawrence's journal. My dear Thomas, can we not forgive and forget now that we're both in our twilight? It was half a century ago that we bought Bonnie Prince Charlie we brought Bonnie Prince Charlie across the channel from the horrible trenches of France. I know you loved him as I did, and that I was wrong to steal him from your garden to keep him from you all those years. But what you perhaps did not know is that I also loved Sarah. Yes, your Sarah. Did she ever tell you that I had proposed? I never spoke of it again, but when she preferred you to me, I went out of my mind with jealousy and grief. I suppose part of me wanted to make you hurt, as I did. But looking back, I think I stole Charlie because I needed someone in my life to love. You've had a large loving family all these years. All I had was Bonnie Prince Charlie for his few remaining years. Then nothing but loneliness and longing since. Can you not see it in your heart to forgive your poor brother in your final days, knowing that you had so much love in your family in your own life? Your brother Edward. P.S. I hope I have the courage to send this. Letter from the Lawrence family. Dear Uncle Edward, not that you care, but Papa is dead. Well, dying anyway. The casket has already arrived, although entre nos it was nearer than it ought to have been. No one listens to me. You should not expect anything in Papa's will. You know why. I am only writing to ensure you won't have the audacity to come to this funeral, as the family still cannot forgive you for your cruel theft of his beloved dog. Your niece Regina. What a shitty family. Holy God. I can't even. Anyway, okay. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to cross into the parade. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the series. You all have a wonderful night.